All right. Hope everyone is doing well. I'm Natalie for those who are new to my class, all levels Vinyasa flow. Normally I don't teach with props or I just kind of don't use them. Today we're going to work up to either revolved triangle or revolved half moon. So I'm going to have my blocks nearby just to demonstrate how to use them as a way to kind of bring the floor closer towards you. If you happen to have blocks, I'd recommend grabbing them. If you don't, you can also grab like a hardcover book, could be a good option. All right, definitely aren't required. I just want to kind of show a way to use them towards the end of the sequence today. All right, so let's go ahead and settle in. With revolved half moon, we'll get into some hamstring strengthening movements, some outer hip strengthening, some obliques, so some good twists there too. Okay, let's start lying down, bringing your feet as wide as the mat, right? And then bringing your knees to touch at center. And when you settle into this pose, see if you can keep your feet parallel to each other. You'll get a little bit deeper into the IT band if you're able to keep the feet parallel with equal or more weight on the outer edges of your feet. Maybe your arms are by your side, maybe they're in goalpost, maybe your hands are interlaced behind your head. Just taking a moment to settle in, noticing how your body is feeling, noticing any places of tension and tightness, or where you may feel more open and more of a release. And then starting to send your focus to your breath, letting inhales and exhales be equal in length. And as you inhale, feeling the belly rise, rib cage expand, and the chest draw up. Pausing at the top, let it be a nice long open mouth exhale to release. And let's take 2 more just like that. Inhaling, belly, ribs, and chest. And on the exhale, contracting back to center. Right, inhaling. Let it be a nice long open mouth exhale to release. And noticing any thoughts that may be coming into your mind, acknowledging these thoughts as valid, and just see if you can let them go, knowing that you can return to them after practice. And we'll take another inhale and exhale here. And then without doing much, you can keep your arms as they are, just starting to take a few rounds of windshield. So releasing both knees to the right, through center, and to the left, and through center. You're just moving like this, rolling over the outer edge of one foot, inner of the other. Inhaling and exhaling. Let's take 1 more each direction as you inhale through center and exhale to release. And then coming back through center, just heel toeing your feet to about hips width distance, and releasing your arms down by your side. And let's hug the right knee in towards your chest, hands interlaced behind your right hamstring, just extending the right leg towards the ceiling. And kind of press the right hamstring against the hands and the hands against the hamstring. And then let's straighten the left leg, right? So you're kind of creating your own resistance. You're flexing the right foot without locking the knee. And taking another inhale and exhale. Let's bend the right knee, goalpost the right arm, left hand to the outer right thigh. Right as you're reaching the right knee towards the left shoulder, maybe you extend the right leg long, so then the toes are reaching for the shoulder, gazing over the left. You can the right shoulder, sorry. You can goalpost the left arm. Taking another inhale and exhale. Let's bend the right knee as you come onto the back, hugging the right knee in towards your chest. Sole of the foot on the mat. We'll switch sides so the left leg lifts. Oop, the left leg doesn't lift. The left knee hugs in towards your chest first. Hands behind the hamstring, and then extend the left leg, right? Really flex the foot, lead with the heel, and create that traction again, right? So the hamstring is both stretching and strengthening at the same time. Keep leading with that heel. And taking another round of breath. We'll extend the right leg. Then you can bend into the left knee, right? Left knee reaching for the right shoulder. Maybe you keep the knee bent. Maybe you extend the leg. Goal posting the arms. Gazes over the left. Taking another inhale and exhale. And gazing back towards the ceiling. Releasing the left arm. Hugging the left knee in. Hugging your right knee in. 3 sacrum circles each direction. Really releasing through the lower back, outer hips. Range of motion over speed here. One more clockwise. And coming back through center, 3 circles counterclockwise. Okay, let's bring the knees back to center. Let's take one back bend here. Soles of the feet down, rooting to your heels as you inhale to lift up. Maybe you're interlacing your hands under your back. You'll feel the shoulder blades really draw towards each other. Really root into the heels. Glutes are super active. Let's take another inhale and exhale. And releasing your hands and then gently lowering back down. Okay, a bit of interesting core work. Let's hug the right knee in, extend the left leg long, and then straighten your left leg, flex the right leg, flex the foot. This time, bring both hands inside your right leg. Really press the palms so you can feel your shoulder blades lift off the mat, and then shoulders, neck, and head lift off the mat. Keep pressing, and maybe you lift the left leg off the mat. So it's like the inner right thigh is kind of holding the outer right, the tricep. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up and over. Bring both arms outside the right leg. Left tricep. 5, 4, 3. Keep that left leg lifted. 2, 1. Back to center. Lower down. Lower the right foot down. Really nice. So the good news is we only have one more side. The bad news is we only have one more side, right? So we're going to extend the right leg. Lift the left, really getting into the abdominals and the obliques here, right? So left leg is lifted. Both hands start inside the left leg. Press the palms. Shoulder blades are lifting off the mat. And then shoulders, neck, and head. How much of your back can you lift? Maybe the right leg lifts. 5. Keep pressing. 4, 3, 2, 1. Arms up and over. And then press obliques. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back to center. Lower the spine. Hug the left knee in. Hug the right knee in. Really nice. Okay, keeping your chin tucked into your chest. Just take a few gentle rocks up and down the length of your spine, right? Keeping the chin tucked in so that the whole spine is curved. Making your way into a comfortable seated posture. All right, let's take 3 shoulder circles. Range of motion over speed here too, right? Shoulders forward, up, back and down. Forward, up, back and down. One more just like that. Forward, up, back, and down. Let's bring the right palm onto the mat, left arm up and over. Really arch through the left side body, and keeping the shoulders and your hips squared forward. Inhaling, kind of popping up through center. Exhale, left palm plants, right arm up and over. And let's take an inhale. Keep the left hand where it is. Exhale, right fingertips down on the mat. And just tucking the chin into your chest. Right, the more you press into the fingertips, the deeper you'll feel the stretch through your traps. Maybe kind of tracing that half smile across your chest. And coming back through center and lifting your gaze. Really nice. Okay, from here on the inhale, arms rise. On the exhale, rotate to the right and see if you can kind of land both fingertips outside your right leg. So then you're not using the left hand on the leg, right? So then the triceps not as involved, right? Really getting into the obliques. Inhale, arms up and overhead. Same thing on the exhale, hands land outside your left leg as you rotate. Inhaling through center. Then on the exhale, plant the palms, gently roll over your ankles, making your way to table. Really nice. Okay, let's take 3 rounds of cow-cat, right? Or 5 rounds. Let's do 5 rounds today. Range of motion over speed as always, right? On the inhale, shoulder blades draw together, tailbone lifts, gaze lifts. Exhale, really dome the back, chin to chest. Inhaling, spinal extension, cow. And exhale, spinal flexion, cat. And if there's any other gentle movement that would feel good in your body, you're welcome to take it. Inhaling and exhale. Right, lower, middle, upper back, spinal extension as you inhale. Exhaling. Let's take 1 more full round. Inhale. And exhale, really create that space between your shoulder blades. Right, coming back to your neutral spine. Big toes touch, knees match with distance, hips to heels for your wide-legged child's pose. And so really bringing the knees wide here, releasing through the outer hips. Love take praying mantis, if that feels good for you. Palms together, elbows bend, hands behind your head. And just shifting your weight back and down. And taking another inhale and exhale. Then let's place the palms back on the mat. Inhale, toes tuck under. Exhale, hips up and back to downward facing dog. Great. Just take a few rounds of breath settling into your down dog. Maybe you're pedaling out your feet. Maybe you're lifting your heels and lowering them back down, right? So basically taking any movement here that will allow you to settle into stillness, really opening up the backside body in down dog. And we'll take another couple rounds of breath. 1 more inhale and exhale. Inhale, gaze forward. Actively press your palms down onto the mat. As you do this, you'll notice that the shoulder heads kind of lift a bit. Maybe it gives you just a bit more space to walk your feet to meet your hands forward fold at the top of the mat. And from here, let's take a nice deep bend in the knees. Chin tucks into the chest. Dome your back. Really control the roll up to Tadasana. Really nice. 3 big shoulder circles. Inhale, arms rise, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. 2 more just like that. Inhaling. And on the exhale, hands pause at heart center. Maybe closing your eyes or lowering your gaze. And taking this moment to set your intention for practice. And something to return to throughout class. And maybe something to take off the mat and into the week with you. And gently fluttering the eyes open if they closed. And keeping the hands together, really hug the ribs in. Inhale, arms rise. And on the exhale, hinge and fold. Let's take a big step back with the right foot. Inner thighs squeeze towards each other as you rise up, high lunge. And we'll take an inhale. On the exhale, left arm sweeps behind you. Gaze follows. Kind of imagine that someone is pressing the left palm here, really broadening across the chest. And maybe you revolve it. Left hand catches your right thigh. Really reach the right arm up and overhead. Nice side body stretch. And we'll take an inhale. On the exhale, left arm meets the right. Inhale, exhale, hinge and reach. Really making the outer hip kind of work to stabilize. Spine is straight. Take an inhale. Exhale, hands frame your left foot. Inhale, left foot meets the right. And exhale, pause here. Really keep a micro bend in the elbows so you're not locking the joints. Biceps are engaged. Core is active for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Really control the lower down. Okay, untucking your toes. We're going to do something a little less traditional. It's called open wing. Really nice way to kind of broaden across the chest and get some nice rhomboid action. So we're going to shift all the way over to the left side of the mat. Right arm extends by your side, thumb faces up. See if you can zip the legs together, left hand under the shoulder, and just gently roll over the right shoulder. Okay. Nice deep stretch through the pectoral muscle. Maybe you stay here. If you'd like a bit more leverage and sensation, the sole of the left foot comes onto the mat, kind of inside, just to the left of your right leg. Taking another inhale and exhale. And let's stack the left leg on top of the right. Really press into the left hand. Legs stay glued together as you gently roll onto your belly. Right hand comes under the right shoulder. Let's shift. So now we're coming to the right side of the mat. Left arm extends, thumb face up. Right hand under the shoulder, legs zip together as you roll onto your side. I'm going to get an option to stay just like this, or you can place the sole of the right foot down. Taking another round of breath. And we'll stack the right leg on top of the left. Use the right hand under the shoulder as your control as you come onto your belly. Left hand under the left shoulder, kind of scooching back to the center of the mat if you shifted. Press the tops of the feet onto the mat. 3 rounds, baby cobra. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling one more just like that. Inhaling, pressing back through your wide-legged child's pose. Exhale, hips up and back to downward facing dog. Chest is drawing back to your thighs. Right, every transition, be intentional about it. So you're actively pressing the palms down onto the mat. And tailbone is lifting as you're walking your feet to meet your hands, forward fold at the top of the mat. And maybe you're bringing your hands to your shins, maybe your hands to your ankles. Right? Keeping that spine nice and long. Right? That's more important than how low you go. You feel a sensation more, better for the lower back. And then taking another inhale and exhale. Straight legs, straight spine. Kind of release the hands. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then just trace back down to forward fold. On the inhale, take a big step back with the left foot, inner thighs squeeze towards each other. And on the exhale, rise up, high lunge. And we'll take an inhale. On the exhale, right arm sweeps behind you, gaze follows. And really see if you can draw your shoulder blades towards each other. Right? See how much the chest broadens. Staying here, or the right hand catches the left thigh. Really get that lift with the left arm. And we'll take an inhale. On the exhale, right arm meets the left. Inhale, exhale, hinge and lean. Here's the outer right hip stabilizing again. Inhale, exhale, hands frame your right foot. Inhale, right foot meets the left. On the exhale, lower the knees, untuck your toes. Here's some kind of hamstring specific work. Straightening the right leg behind you, flex the foot. Just take a few little pulses here, getting to the Achilles heel and the calf. And then shift back forward, right, to your more traditional table. Lift your right leg, bend the knee, point your toes, and imagine that you're like poking a hole in the ceiling. Let's start from there. Right? And then on the inhale, right leg extends. Exhale, back to 90. So these are hamstring extensions. Inhale, exhale. See how high you can keep the leg. Last 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause. Imagine that you're poking that hole in the ceiling again. Feel the glutes activate as you inhale. Exhale, right knee meets your left. Same thing, second side. Left leg extends. Taking those little pulses. And then shifting forward. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, toes point. Take that pulse up to start. See if you can keep your leg this high. Inhale, extend. Exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale. Last 6, 5, 4. Keep that leg nice and high. 3, 2, and 1. Pause with the left knee bent. Poke that hole in the ceiling. Take an inhale. Exhale, left knee meets your right. Tuck all 10 toes under. Bending into the elbows just a bit. Lift the knees to hover off the mat. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower the knees back down. Walk your palms forward, puppy pose. Right, so we're still doing kind of essentially getting everything in a sun A in this kind of flow, right? Just a different posture, but similar actions required of the body, right? Like plank, get a back bend. Taking another inhale with the toes tucked under. Exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. From down dog, inhale, gaze forward. Again, there's that active press of the palms on the mat as you walk your feet to meet your hands. Forward fold. Okay, this time, if you have the block or a book, let's use it. So from forward fold at the top of the mat, we'll get into the IT band. So options here, you can place the right hand on the block. So essentially you're bending into the right knee is bending, the left leg is straight, the right palm is on the block. Or if you can go deeper, the right hand is on the mat. If you feel like that's not kind of getting into the outer hip enough, you can stand with the left leg on the block. If you can keep a bend in your right knee, that's pretty intense. That's a pretty big hip hike there. So hand on the block kind of is the most accessible. No block or having the left foot on the block is quite intense if you can keep that leg straight. Staying right here, maybe your left arm rotates open, gaze follows. And we'll take an inhale, exhale, folding forward. Releasing the block if you were using it. And then deciding how you want to set up on the second side, right? So maybe you're using the block, maybe you're not. This time the left knee bends, right leg stays straight. Left palm is down. Right hand can start on the hip, right? Shift the weight forward, 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 forward. And then maybe the right arm rotates open, gaze follows. And we'll take an inhale, exhale, forward fold. Releasing the block, if you were using one. Deep bend in the knees, chin tucks into the chest, dome your back. And control that roll up. to Tadasana. Okay, cactus twist and then adding on. Arms are in goalpost. Right, try not to let the hips move as you take this spinal rotation. Right, so the hips are not moving, you're making your obliques and your rhomboids do the work. You can stay just like this, or maybe you're tapping right elbow, left elbow, right thigh for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, cross body 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. Take an inhale. On the exhale, release your arms by your side. Really nice. So we're going to kind of add on to that chair pose at the top of the mat. Palms together at heart center. 3 rotations to the right without hooking. On the inhale, torso rotates to the right, no bind. Exhale, back to center. Inhaling. Exhale. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhale, zip the right knee into your chest. Exhale, step it back. High lunge. Inhale, lift up and out of your left hip. Exhale, warrior 2. We're getting that nice foundation. We'll take pulses today. So on the inhale, straightening through the left leg, micro bend and the knee palms touch. Exhale. 2 more like that. This time on the inhale, palms touch. Exhale, reach the arms up and over to the right. Nice side body stretch. And then inhale, keep shifting. Nice oblique work. Separate the hands, taking inhale. Exhale, release into triangle. Really rotate the chest open. So trying to really stack your shoulders. If your right shoulder head is rotating forward and the arm is reaching behind you, right, you won't feel that kind of openness as much as if you squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other and stack the shoulders. Taking another inhale and exhale. Let's bend into the left knee, hands cartwheel down, frame the foot, pivot to the ball of the right foot. Inhale, left foot meets the right. On your exhale, make your way through your vinyasa. Taking your time, taking what feels good in your body. Right? You know, I always say vinyasa just means flow. Right? You might step back to down dog. You might move through a controlled chaturanga. You might take a jump back chaturanga, right? Taking what feels good. Let's take 3 full rounds of breath in your pause pose, right? Maybe it's down dog, maybe it's puppy pose or child's pose. And letting the inhales and exhales recalibrate. And 1 more, just like that, nice full inhale and exhale. If you're not in down dog, making your way there. On your inhale, gazes forward, and on the exhale, stepping or floating, feet to meet your hands, forward fold at the top of the mat. Let's rotate the shoulders, forward, up, back and down. Hands interlace behind your back. And if it's challenging to interlace the hands, try to hook your thumbs. Squeeze your elbows towards each other, and then extend your arms up and overhead without locking the elbows. Keeping that bind either with the hands or the thumbs. Right, straight legs, straight spine. Inhale, halfway lift, send your fingers back. Exhale, zip it up. Glutes are active. Standing locust pose, shoulder blades draw towards each other. Taking another inhale. Exhale, letting that go. Really nice. Okay. Second side. Coming, second side. We'll go right to second side. Right to chair pose. Palms together at heart center. Posterior tilt of the pelvis to kind of straighten out the spine here. 3 rotations to the left. Inhale. Exhale, center. 1 more just like that. Inhaling. Exhale to center. Really root into the right quad as you zip the left knee in on the inhale. Exhale, step it back. High lunge. Inhale, lifting up and out of your right hip. Exhale, warrior two. And just draw the pinky fingers back, really broadening across the chest. And we'll go through those pulses again. Inhale, palms touch, micro bend in the right leg. Exhale, warrior two. Inhaling. Exhaling, one more, just like that. And this time coming into the side body. Inhale, palms touch. Exhale, arms reach up and over to the left. Really get that length. And then shift through center, up and over to the right. Separate the hands, squeeze that imaginary block. Take an inhale. Exhale, triangle. Micro bend in that right knee. You can use the back of the right hand against the right calf to really rotate the chest open. Let's take another inhale and exhale. Bending into the right knee, hands cartwheel down, frame the foot, pivot to the ball of the left. Inhale, right foot meets the left. Exhale, make your way through your vinyasa, right? Taking what you need. Right? Really controlling whatever poses that you're deciding to do, right? Being intentional about what you're choosing to do, and then really like sticking to those poses, right? Committing to them is a good word. 3 full rounds of breath. I'm just letting the inhales and exhales recalibrate. And making your way to downward facing dog if you took any other pause pose. And from down dog, on the inhale, gaze forward. On the exhale, stepping or floating feet to meet your hands, forward fold at the top of the mat. And then an option to take any variation that you've already done, or that we've already done, or maybe you bring the palms of your hands under the soles of your feet, Padahastasana, right? Until then your toes are right at your wrist crease. And continuing to shift the weight, right, forward and down. And taking another inhale and exhale. And let's release the hands from under your feet. Nice deep bend in the knees, chin tucks into the chest, doming your back. And control the roll up. Okay, let's get into some outer hip work and inner hip work. I'll turn to face you just so you can see me better. You can stay how you are. Okay, so with the right leg, on the inhale, hip abduction, then exhale, squeeze back to center, hip adduction. Let's do 4 more like that, like half speed. Inhale, slow return, make the muscles work more. Last 2, inhaling, exhale to center, inhale, exhale to center. And from here, extend the leg behind you, kind of on an angle like your heel is pointing towards 5 o'clock. Point your toes 5 circles clockwise. 5, 4, 3, getting to the side glutes. 2, 1, 5 counterclockwise. 5. So the outer left hip is also stabilizing. You'll feel it work. 3, 2, 1. Bringing your right leg to meet the left. Really nice. So stability can also lead to more mobility, and it might feel like you're more prepared for the next series. Same thing, second side, right? Try not to lock the right knee. Inhale, hip abduction. Exhale, adduction. 3 more. See if you can keep your feet parallel to each other. Last 2. And 1. Kind of angle your left heel to 7 o'clock. Ooh, point your toes. Keep that micro bend in the right leg. 5 circles clockwise. Getting to the side glute as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. Counter. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bringing the left foot to meet your right. Whew. Maybe just kind of pedaling out the feet, kind of shifting the weight side to side. Okay, really nice. So again, if you have the blocks or the books, place them in the top corners of your mat, right? And remembering that you have 3 heights of the block, right? So you might adjust. And we'll start here, kind of this forward fold. Let's take a step back with the right foot, setting up for pyramid. So you'll kind of bring the right foot as wide as the mat, angle the toes out. Palms are like pressing down on the block or the books, and then you're shifting the left hip back. And here with the blocks, you might notice it's easier to keep the spine straight. And the gaze is kind of past the big toe. Keep shifting that left hip back. And taking another inhale and exhale. Coming into revolved triangle, the right hand can stay on the right block, or maybe you're placing it on the left block. Actively press the palm down. You'll feel the rotation start, and then the left arm follows. And keep sending the left hip back in space. And you can stay here, or you're bending to the left knee, lifting up for revolved half moon. Your hips are square to the mat, and you're actively pressing the palm on the block. Let's take another inhale. Exhale, right foot meets the left, release the right hand. Take a moment here, pedal the feet out, shifting side to side. You can do all of that without the block at all. And let's take another inhale and exhale. So setting up for the second side, just notice if one side perhaps feels different than the other. We'll step back with the left foot, and then bring the left foot as wide as the mat, toes angle out. And you're really shifting that right hip back in space. Again, spine is nice and long, pyramid pose, chin towards the right big toe. And taking another round of breath. And then revolved triangle, left hand can stay on the left block, or left hand comes to the right. Really press the palm down. Notice how much rotation you get right away. And then the right arm can lift. Really rotating the chest open. And maybe you stay right here. There's already a ton going on in the body here. Or maybe you're shifting forward, lifting your left leg. And take another round of breath. Left foot meets the right, release the left hand, forward fold at the top of the mat, releasing the blocks or the books. Let's come into waterfall. So heel to your feet as wide as the mat, toes angle out, and just swaying side to side, releasing through the lower back, outer hips. And then gently coming back to center. Heel toeing your feet to about hips width distance. Inhale, halfway lift. On the exhale, plant your palms and make your way through your vinyasa. You're taking whatever route feels best for you. Maybe you're stepping right back to down dog, right? Really making this your own transition. And then from downward facing dog, let's take 3 full rounds of open mouth exhales, seeing what you can let go of each time. Two more just like that. And gently releasing into your wide-legged child's pose, hips to heels. Maybe taking an external rotation of the shoulders, so turning the palms face up. And calling into your mind the intention that you set at the beginning of practice. And thanking yourself for showing up and for taking this time for you. And taking another inhale and exhale. And let's place the palms flat and walking your hands to meet your knees. Let's bring the knees to touch, right? Shifting the weight to one side. And then we'll swing the legs out in front. And we'll come into a wide-legged forward fold. Okay, one more kind of spinal rotation thing from here. Extend the arms and just start to take this twist. Right? Maybe it feels a little freeing in the thoracic spine, the upper back. Come back through center, twist, twist, twist to the left. See if you can tap the right pinky finger to the left pinky toe. Inhale, come back to center, take a few more rounds. And then rotate to the right, keep rotating, rotating. And then see if you can tap the left pinky finger to the outer right toe. Inhale back to center. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Maybe hands stay at your ankles. Maybe you're catching big toes, letting the chest drop forward. And taking another inhale and exhale. And releasing your hands. Let's come to a cross-legged posture. Goal posting the arms. Let's take an inhale. Exhale, right arm under the left. And just take a few circles with the elbows here, clockwise. And we'll come back to center and then take a few counterclockwise. And coming back to center, unwind the arms and just draw the elbows in, release the hands down. We'll take oyster pose with the side body stretch. So whichever leg you have crossed in front of the other, just keep it that way. Actually, just so I don't confuse you, let's cross the right in front of the left so I have the cueing right. Right ankle's in front of the left, walking your hands forward. Letting the sits bones stay rooted down. And then let's walk the hands to the upper left corner of the mat. And kind of actively pressing that right palm down. And kind of imagine the right hip moving back in space. And we'll walk the hands back through center. And then walk them in. Let's just switch sides. So left is loosely crossed in front of the right now. Sits bones are rooting down as you walk the hands forward. And let's walk the hands to the upper right. Actively press that left palm down so shoulders stay square and then really puff out through the left side body. Right, left hip is moving back in space. And walking hands and hips back through center. And then let's walk the hands in. Okay, coming to the top half of the mat, we'll take the yin yoga variation of butterfly. Right, feet are in an open diamond shape. Palms face up, wrists under ankles. Right, nice deep C curve in the spine. I'm kind of imagining the top of the head arch up and over the beach ball. And relaxing the muscles in your face. And taking another inhale and exhale. And keeping your chin tucked into the chest, you're gently rolling up. And then using your hands to draw the knees together. You're going to keep that nice deep C curve in your spine as you lower down. And once you've lowered down, let's revisit that back bend, right? Maybe you'll feel a little bit more open through the chest with kind of all the work we've done with the rhomboid. So arms are by the side, palms face down, rooting into your heels. Inhale, lift up. Maybe you're bringing your hands under the lower back. Your triceps are now kind of part of that equation. And we'll take another inhale. And exhale, release your hands, gently lower back down. Let's just draw the knees in towards the chest for a moment, pausing there. And then left knee towards the left shoulder, right knee towards the right, happy baby pose. Maybe swaying side to side if that feels good. Maybe you're extending one leg and then the other. Right? And then gently coming back towards center and releasing your bind. And let's set up for our supine twist to Shavasana. Again, here, notice if it feels a little bit easier to kind of have the shoulder blades relaxing down your back. Inhale, hip shift to the right. Exhale, knees to the left. Gaze is over the right shoulder. And gently bringing the gaze back towards the ceiling, lifting the right and then the left leg. Spine resets to neutral. And then let's shift the hips to the left first as you inhale. Exhale, knees release to the right. And as you gaze over the left shoulder. And bringing your gaze back towards the ceiling, letting the left leg lift and then the right. Spine to neutral. And just using your hands to gently draw the knees in towards your chest. And as you settle in for Shavasana, on the inhale, perhaps shoulders, neck, and head lift off the mat, forehead to the knees. And exhale, let everything go. Taking up as much space as possible on your mat. As you inhale, feeling the front side body expand. And on the exhale, letting the back side body release a little bit deeper. And slowly starting to come back into this space. Maybe wiggling fingers and toes. Maybe rolling wrists and ankles. And perhaps reaching your arms overhead and giving yourself a full body stretch. And maybe letting the lower back arch off the mat. And you're welcome to keep your eyes closed for the rest of practice. And as you slowly make your way into a comfortable seated posture on the mat. And with closed eyes, the gaze is slightly forward and down. And letting the shoulders rotate forward, up, back, and down. And spine is long, chest is broad. And let's bring the palms together at heart center. And in this moment of stillness, calling into your mind a quality about yourself that you really value. And completing this sentence and saying it to yourself 3 times. I am. And together, let's seal this practice with 3 rounds of breath. Letting them be open mouth exhales each time. Thank you. Thanks so much, everyone. And questions, comments, feedback are always welcome. I think you can leave those little comments in the lower left box, perhaps. I hope you enjoyed today's class, and that was a nice transition between the rest of your workday and the rest of your night. All right, have a good one. Thanks so much, everyone. See you next Tuesday.